Hey guys, it's Ross going on the Space Coach. So we had a look at the British Airways book earlier. Now we'll have a look at this one, BOAC, the Illustrated History. I don't think I've shown this one to you previously. At least I don't recall. And there you see one of the flying boats on the back. Excuse me. BOAC, obviously the forerunner of British Airways, before it and BEA were merged together. So there's lots of pictures and stuff throughout this. It's one of those ones with black and white pictures and lots of text. So there's an old DC-3 that obviously they got from the Royal Air Force, I expect. And there's just some more. This is the immediate post-war period, so like Elizabethans, Lancastrians, all that sort of thing. The time when British South American Airways still existed, with the Avro Tudors. And there's an Avro York. And what is this bottom one? That's also an Avro York. So let's go through loads of those planes. Just as pictures on almost every page. So let's pick the better ones. There is, what's it, the Constellation, beautiful plane. That is actually their title page. With some BOAC triple sevens, BOAC triple sevens, BOAC 707s. There's just is that a Vickers Vanguard? No, it's a Strato Cruiser. I thought it was when I first looked at it. Classic plane. Let's just see. That's just a seating map on the Monarch Strato Cruiser. In a 2-2 configuration. Probably excellent legroom as well, and of course that would have been all first class service. BOAC has 3 standard cabin layouts for its fleet of Strato Cruisers. 60 seats for the Monarch luxury transatlantic service, 81 seats for Coronet tourist services, and 68 for the mixed Majestic / Coronet luxury / tourist services. I wonder how expensive it was comparatively as a tourist versus first class. There couldn't have been that much of a differential, surely. Unlike now, of course. One of the early ads. I think that might be a Viscount or a Vanguard. And that's a DC-7. The Comet. I assume that's the original Comet 1s. That's a Comet 2. Route proving flights for the Comet 4 it was doing. And there's just some more. And of course, this was the guy that was the real competitor. Of course, if there hadn't been the problems with the Comet, there would have probably been no 707. Certainly not as successful as it was. It was about 1,000 units it was sold. And there it is in BOAC livery. Let's scroll a bit further. And there it is, the 747, which I believe sat on the tarmac for a year after being delivered because of a pilot's dispute. Let's go a bit further. We've got some colour photos now. The old bus next to the old plane. Let's see. It's a Britannia. Always loved this plane, the VC-10. I had an Airfix model of this in the BA livery when I was a kid. Very nice. Looks like very stretched on that one. Obviously, great similarities to the Lucian Il-62. And here's their layout. A 243 configuration. 243? 9 abreast, I guess. That must be a 747 then, because there's no way they had 9 abreast in a VC-10. Especially when you see the videos of it now, the aisle is literally this wide. It's huge. You could get 2 seats, modern seats, down that aisle at least. It was like a 2-2 configuration, but that might have been in first class. Yeah, that was the 747 configuration. So 2, where's the... Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8... 17 seats, 19 seats, something in first class. That's a lot of first class. So yeah, that would have been very nice to sit in, actually, 9 abreast. I don't know why they didn't just do 333, but well. New York 707. This, I assume, the upstairs lounge, of course, and there's the bathroom. It's very 60s/70s. Yeah. The bar and the swivel chairs and the couch. There's one of the ads for the Caribbean, and there's a BC-10 making a very interesting takeoff. More of the old ads. Very 50s. Unseen chefs blend their culinary skills for this fabulous restaurant in the sky. Only the best is good enough for the very important passengers, and VIP is capitalised on all of those, of BOAC. The finest foods prepared by BOAC chefs in London and around the world. Superlative service aboard transforms your VC-10 jetliner into a truly memorable restaurant. And if you'd care for a cocktail or an after-dinner cognac, the VC-10 bar is stocked with the finest wines, spirits and liqueurs. Life is good, and good is italicised, aboard the BOAC VC-10. There is no finer way to fly. See, this is what I mean. Look how wide this is and how wide these seats are. Very different. I mean, that's like first class now, I suppose. This might even have been better then than first class is now, on some airlines, certainly. Right. And a Concorde in BOAC livery, which they ordered, but obviously they'd merged into BA by the time they were delivered. Another VC-10 and slight variant on the livery there. And there's just some more of the marketing. I think that's just about it. The pics. Oh yeah, it's a variant livery. Is that the Cunard livery? Because they did code share as Cunard at one point. Let's see. Placing a tender for orders. And there is some more comments. So what airlines is that? Malaysian. The 2 Malaysian airlines, different colour schemes. There's more. There's 707. Yeah. What does that say? The world's best service will soon be the fastest. We'll take good care of you in Concorde. Well, I should think so for the price they charged. One of the things I always wished I had managed to do was fly on Concorde. But it would have been one of them, you know, those hour-long flights around the Bay of Biscay for £1,000. It would have been something like that, but sadly not to be. They used to fly over here all the time back in the day. And there is Her Majesty coming back after the death of her father from the visit to Kenya, descending the BOAC plane. So obviously there'll be Churchill and Attlee and others in there. So, and that's almost it. Yes, that is it. Just some appendices, like the development of the routes, that sort of thing. Some maps. Many multi-stop journeys they made. Seating layouts. Various seating chart layouts. Yeah. And then just some at the flight to serve. DC-7 freighters speed your cargo across the Atlantic with their double door. Experienced travellers fly BOAC every time. In the 19th century, it looks like. And there's just some more here. Bradshaw's International Air Guide, like the Bradshaw's Railway Guide. That would be fascinating. Michael Portillo, why don't you do that one as well? Because he does that very good programme about railway journeys. And there's just some more there. BOAC world-famed constellations. Baltimore, Bermuda. They operated that service with their flying boats. There was a crash on that route at one point. BOAC to all 6 continents. And that is it. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane of BOAC, the forerunner of today's British Airways. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for a common topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.